Hey fellow book lovers, it's Ashley, and today's video I am going to be doing my November book haul. It is November, therefore in Texas we're finally in winter. Yay! We literally just came off of 2 days where we were having freeze warnings. That was exciting. And I think like the day before that we were at 85 degrees. So and this cold weather of ours will only last for about 2 months and then we're back to summer. Yay, Texas. I want to take note of my bare bookshelves. I apologize for them. I am in the process of becoming an adult and buying nice bookshelves that actually match my furniture in my house. And so I've bought a bunch of different bookshelves, or I bought a bunch of bookshelves, and we are in the process of building them, putting them together. And all my books are in boxes, so I'm also trying to reorganize and just organize my bookshelves a little bit. So that is why I have some holes in there, so I apologize. But anywho, I feel like November is going to be a good month of reading, just because I now get to finally start venturing out and reading a few other books. I have been in a book series, obsessively reading a book series, that I have not really wanted to read anything else other than these books. So I literally like finished one book and then I'm on to the next book in the like series order, and I have one more book left of this series, one more until I'm caught up, and then I gotta wait for this month for another, like a novella to come out this month, and then for March for the next one to come out. Some of you probably already know what the series is. You can look behind me and see what that series is. But other than that, so it's been really difficult for me to want to leave that world and get invested into other characters. But my first book that I have to read, I've got to read, because I started this series with students of mine in August, and they completely like surpassed me. They finished the series. They're giving me a hard time about how I need to finish the series. So that is, and it's an old series too, but it's young adult. But that book is Victoria Aveyard's King's Cage. This is part of the Red Queen series. This is the third book in this series. It's not the last one, it's the third book. And I am actually really excited to get back into this world, because I really liked Mare. I like Cal. I like their relationship. I like kind of the dynamic between them. And I mean, poor Mare. So I really want to find out what happens with Mare. I want to see Maven get his comeuppance. So I can't wait to read this one. This is definitely number one on my list. So that way too, my students can stop giving me such a hard time, because I feel really bad that I've stopped reading this series. But King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard is number one on my list for November. Second up, I just bought this book 2 days ago, and I just I've seen reviews about it. I've keep seeing it at the bookstores. It is the most beautiful cover I think I've ever seen. It is gorgeous. I really don't know much about the plot, which I'm kind of excited about. I just know it's like witches and marriage, something along those lines. But that book is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. I don't know how to say her last name. But I mean, this cover is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love everything about it. What I have seen of it, like the reviews of it, it seems like it's going to be a good read. It sounded pretty interesting to me. I grabbed it, picked it up, so I'm excited to read it. So this is definitely going to be next on my list to read for November. Next up is my book series, the last one in my series, and then I can officially say I can officially say I am up to date. I'm caught up, and I have put this off. I read book 16 of this series. I finished that 2 weeks ago, and it also took me like 2 weeks to get through, because I was purposely I was like really reading it slowly, because like my favorite character is in there, my favorite, and I just knew once I got through that book, I only had one more, and then I had to wait, and I don't want to leave this world anytime soon. I'm so obsessed with this series. I'm so obsessed with the characters. I'm obsessed with the world. I love them. but that is J.R. Ward's The Savior. And I started the Black Dagger Brotherhood series August 15th, and that is all I have been reading. That's it. That's all I've been reading. And I love it. I never thought I would like. I think this is the first paranormal romance series I've ever read. 50 Shades of Grey was the last romance book I've read. So when this series was recommended to me by my school's librarian, I was a little iffy. Wasn't a fan of the first book. Second book totally roped me in. I love this series. And I am excited to read this. I'm excited to read more about murder. So this is Murder's book. I'm hoping it's a good read. It's definitely smaller than a lot of her other books, but that's okay. So this is my November read. I'm sad because then I gotta wait. Next up in the same world is J.R. Ward's Blood Kiss. This is actually the spin-off series to the Black Dagger Brotherhood, and it's the Black Dagger Legacy. At first, I really wasn't interested in reading this spin-off series because I had already become so invested in the brothers and everyone who's connected to the brothers that I was like, I don't really care about reading about the new recruits. But when I was reading like The Chosen and The Thief, they had brought up characters and situations from this series that I had no idea what was going on. That kind of confirmed for me that I needed to read this series. And I've heard that like even though it focuses on like the new recruits of the Brotherhood's training program, there are still like the main brothers, some of them are still behind, I guess, fairly big roles in these books. So I was like, okay, cool. Since I love the world so much, I love the characters, I love J.R. Ward's writing, I'm gonna try it. So Blood Kiss is on my list as well. I also picked up Blood Vow. So that is the second book in the Black Dagger Legacy series. I know nothing about these characters. I have not been introduced to them yet, but I'm sure I will get introduced to them in Blood Kiss. But that is, again, it's just the spin-off series for Black Dagger Brotherhood. Yeah, I got super excited that she did a spin-off series because, again, now it gets to, I don't have to leave the world anytime soon. And there are 4 books out currently, and this would be book 2. So that means I've got some books to catch up on. Do also plan to read Holly Black's The Queen of Nothing. I know that comes out this month. I don't have it obviously because it hasn't been released yet. I devoured The Cruel Prince and Wicked King over the summer. A coworker and I were just talking about how that at the end of Wicked King, we were like, oh, what in the world? That it left us on such a huge cliffhanger, and that we are so pumped. We cannot wait for Queen of Nothing to come out. So that is definitely on my November list of books to read. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any questions or you just want to give me some book recommendations, please do so. I love to hear what people are reading. So thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you all later.